Hi guys, and thanks for watching this special video recapping the historic month of July 2022 in terms of that incredible heat spike, which made 9 stations across Ireland break their all-time maximum daily records, and in the UK, all 3 countries of Wales, Scotland, and England broke their all-time temperature record in that heat spike. So, starting off with Met.ie's climate statement for July 2022. If we go down here, we can see that in general it's warm and dry with record high maximum daily temperatures recorded. July was very warm and dry, especially in the south and east, with the Azores high dominating for most of the month. Now, as I've been emphasizing in these past few weeks, the Azores high is the key to Ireland's nice summery weather, and you'll see that all the time. So the first week began with several weak fronts crossing the country from the west, bringing bands of showery rain, before high pressure built from the southwest, where the Azores high is. It reached in from the southwest to bring us mostly dry and warm conditions with plenty of sunshine. And Atlantic fronts brought cloudy conditions with some rain on the 11th and 12th, before high pressure built again from the southwest towards the end of the week. The third week was dominated by a very hot period between the 17th and the 19th, where an exceptionally hot tropical continental air mass moved up from the south and southeast between the lows to the west of the Iberian Peninsula and the high over Europe. This brought record high maximum daily temperatures to 9 stations on Monday, the 18th of July. A cold front brought outbreaks of thundery rain as it pushed the hot air mass away to the east at the end of the week. The fourth week saw low pressure moving in from the west, bringing bands of rain or showers across the country on the 23rd and 24th, before high pressure built again from the southwest, keeping it mostly dry for the second half of the week. The July finished with fronts moving in from the west, bringing further bands of rain and showers. So as you can see, it only ever mentions high pressure regime from the southwest. So that's the Azores side, and it always brought dry weather with plenty of sunshine and high temperatures as well. So that just proves that the Azores side really is the key to these Irish heat waves. So rainfall is below average everywhere. So you can see for yourself that many areas were well below 100 mils of rain, or even below 50 for that matter. In the west, you're around 100. And in terms of anomalies, below widely in the South Midlands, below 25% of its average rainfall. Elsewhere, you're sort of like between 25 and 50%. Well, sorry, even between 25 and 50% of average widely in the Midlands and South, and elsewhere, shall I say, between 50 and 75% of the average, and a bit west of there over North Donegal and also in parts of West Clare and East Galway. Temperatures above average everywhere, record high maximum daily temperatures recorded at 9 stations. So first of all, we have Phoenix Park in Dublin on Monday, July 18th, with a temperature of 33 degrees, bang on. And that is the station's highly daily maximum temperature ever recorded from records going back to 1881, and it's the second highest temperature record ever in Ireland. So the highest temperature on record in Ireland is 33.3 degrees Celsius at Kilkenny Castle on June 26th, 1887. Surprisingly, it was in June. The early part of the summer when things aren't quite so hot, and also it was so far back. It's quite surprising, really, and it's also Ireland's this temperature here, 33 degrees in Phoenix Park last July. Also Ireland's second highest temperature. And I should think that it's Ireland's highest July temperature on record. And we can see it says there are 8 other stations that reported the highest daily maximum temperature for any month on record, all on Monday 18th. So first of all, there's Caton Aerodrome in Dublin at 31.9 Celsius. Mount Dillon in Roscommon with 31.4 Celsius. Gertine, County Tipperary with 31 degrees bang on. Ballyhaise, County Cavan at 30.8 degrees. County Galway and Dunsany, County Meath at 30.5 degrees. Mullingar, County Westmeath at 30.4 degrees. And Dublin Airport, County Dublin with 29.6 degrees. And also, one station had its highest dry daily maximum temperature on record. This was Shannon Airport, County Clare, at 30.8 Celsius. So, that's just a few graphs, and that's it really. Also, just a very high sunshine totals, highest in the southeast, lowest in the northwest, and really not a lot of winds at all. Moving over to the UK now, you can see that this is from the met.ie site. You can see record high temperatures have been verified for Wales with 37.1 Celsius at Howden Airport, Flintshire on July 18th now verifies. Also, we've seen Scotland at 34.8 degrees Celsius at Charter Hall on July 19th. But there is a caveat with that, and that is that 35.1 Celsius was reported at Flaws Castle Borders, but apparently the station was not really set up too greatly to see accuracy, so it did not get classified as a record. And also, if we go down here, where were we now? The extreme temperatures were recorded in the UK, and that was given by a very much unprecedented heat wave with the previous UK record of 38.7 degrees, and that was met or exceeded at 46 stations. That's massive, from Kent to North Yorkshire and from Suffolk to Warwickshire. Also, 7 stations recorded maximum temperatures in excess of 40 degrees. And this is the highest one, 40.3 degrees Celsius at Coningsby in Lincolnshire. Today is the anniversary of that temperature record. So I thought that, just to go back on it and see what happens. Now, it is also, there is a caveat with that. There's a theory that we may have hit 40 degrees in the UK in 1808 in July, but there is very little evidence to show that, to prove it. So that has to be sort of disregarded for now, and this is taken to be the first time we've seen 40 degrees on record. Now, with all the facts out the way, we can see what happens. So, on July 1st, 2022, there was nothing to show what would come in about 2 weeks' time from then. Low pressure was to the north, and the winds were coming in from the northwest. Atlantic air, cool air, with only the 5 sunlight over us. So showery with weak fronts. We go into the first weekend of July into the first week of the month, and we see that the Azores high, there it is, gets closer. So put into the 6th and 7th of July, and the Azores high is firmly ridging in. Winds are still from the Atlantic though, so our press temperatures not that warm. We do have the plus 10s. We do have the plus 10 Celsius come in though. So in sunshine, wildly into 20 Celsius. We're further on into the month, and the high pressure sits right over us in the second weekend of July, bringing wall-to-wall sunshine, glorious skies, and temperatures widely exceeding 20 degrees. Truly stunning. Now, also, as Materan said, this little area of low to the South Iceland did bring some cooler, rainy weather into Monday 11th and Tuesday the 12th of July. A few week fronts, but right after that, the Azores high again. Look at this high pressure ridges in. Bit cool there on the 13th. That was very cool actually. But look across Spain, just lurking right there over Iberia, lurking. Look at that. Look at the plus 25 Celsius ISO lurking. Really just waiting to throw the oven at Europe. Thursday, July 14th, high pressure is just to our southwest. Upper temperatures are still quite cool, but I feel like the hotter air is moving northwards now. So the plus 20 Celsius isotherm is into the Bay of Biscay, also towards central France, and the plus 25 and the plus 25 Celsius isotherm is just nosing out of Iberia, and we actually have the plus 30 Celsius isotherm here in the heart of Iberia. Extremely hot. Friday, July 15th, high pressure is then right over us. So, waterfall sunshine, really nice weather, widely above 20 degrees. We now get the plus 10 Celsius isotherm moving in, and the plus 20 isotherm is moving well into the Bay of Biscay towards Lake Brittany now. We progress to Sunday, July 16th. At that stage, high pressure is over the North Sea. We're well and truly into a southeasterly flow. Upper air temperatures, and also I should say that there's low pressure around. There's low pressure between the Azores and Iberia. Upper air temperatures. We got the plus 15 Celsius isotherm flirting with Kerry, and really making it into Devon and Cornwall of the UK. The plus 10 Celsius isotherm engulfing the islands, and the plus 20 Celsius isotherm moving into the English Channel, and the plus 25 Celsius isotherm moving into the Bay of Biscay. Sunday, July 17th, 2022. High pressure over Germany, North Germany. Low pressure again between Iberia and the Azores, and we're pulling in that very hot southeasterly flow. The plus 10 Celsius isotherm is into Scotland, as well as Scotland. The plus 15 Celsius isotherm is getting towards Northern Ireland. The plus 20 Celsius isotherm is flirting with the south coast and really over much of southern and southwestern England. And the plus 25 Celsius isotherm is getting towards the English Channel. Next day, Monday, July 18th, 2022. High pressure centered over Central and Eastern Europe. Low pressure centered in the Bay of Biscay. Very hot southerly winds. Upper temperatures are absolutely exceptional. So, plus 15 Celsius isotherm engulfing the entirety of the British Isles. The plus 20 Celsius isotherm engulfing pretty much the whole of Ireland. And the plus 25 Celsius isotherm into the south of England, and just flirting with Russell air. Tuesday, July 19th. There's a trough moving in, brushing all the hot air away. 40 degrees is here, where it's still very hot under the plus 20 Celsius isotherm. But apart from that, it's all being swept away now, and we go into the final third of July with more changeable theme. Much cooler temperatures. Much cooler. Look at that. The Azores are still ridging in, but it's a cooler ridge if we go back there. The ridge is cooler. Much cooler. So much fresher than the first part of the month. And we can see Sunday, July 31st, 2022. We finish on a cool and dry note with the Azores high just to our south. But August contains another big heat wave, and that shows its rigidness, that it's going to come in and give us that heat wave. So that's it for this look back on that historical July of 2022. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.